Thank you very much. Once again, I'm Olumayowa Joseph Iyanda. I'm presenting on the topic seasonal grain yield variations in and poultry manure optimization for hybrid maize in a derived savanna agroecology. Next slide, please. This is a brief overview of the presentation, having the introduction to acknowledgement. Next slide, please. The objective of this research is to investigate the seasonal variations in grain yield of hybrid maize in the derived savanna region, and also to optimize the application rates and timing of poultry manure for maximizing yield, to provide recommendations for sustainable maize production in Nigeria as well. Next slide, please. There are key questions to be asked. How do environmental factors in this region affect maize yield? And what are the most effective poultry manure application strategies for maximizing maize yield? And how can these findings contribute to sustainable agriculture in the region? Following this, the study area was conducted in Nigeria, derived savanna agroecology, and the characteristics of this region, derived savanna region, is a bimodal rainfall pattern of scattered trees and grasses. The biodiversity and the human impact. These come as a result of human activity, clearing trees, and also having detrimental effect. What is the significance of this study? Why did we choose this region for this research? For its agricultural potential, to conserve the environment, for sustainability, and also to have climate resilience. The layout of the study was randomized complete blood design, and the plot size was 5 by 4 meters, and the treatments were 5 maize hybrids, drought tolerant and low nitrogen nutrients hybrids sourced from IITA in Nigeria, and early and late wet season were some of the factors. We have on this table, table 1, it shows the effect of poultry manure rates and reproductive parameters of early maturing and low nitrogen tolerant maize hybrids in the early and late season of 2014. Year 2014. This table shows that there was highly significant effect of the treatment on the maize hybrids on the physiological reproductive parameters of this maize hybrid. And the variety that had the earliest attainment to physiological maturity is TZEI, extra early maturing 24 strain and 25. So, and the highest ton of poultry manure applied that performed best was 15 tons per hectare, that had the earliest reproductive parameters measured. Table 2, thank you. On table 2, we have the effects of this poultry manure on the maize hybrid yield and yield components. Equally, there was highly significant effect and significant effect on the yield components of maize hybrids and poultry manure treatments, as well as the season applied, and these parameters and variables. This was observed by having the optimum yield by this same variety TZEI 124 by TZEI 25, having the ton yield of 2.3 tons per hectare, as well as the 15 tons per hectare of poultry manure yielded 2.4 tons per hectare. And equally, the early wet season also yielded 2.0 tons per hectare in the year 2014. Next slide, please. Yes, this table shows the nutrient status of the soil before planting for both experiments in the early wet and the late wet season. And the pH value was slightly acidic, which covers the range of needed soil for hybrid crops that was planted. However, the nitrogen value for this soil was 0.82 and 0.42 respectively in both seasons, and this is a critical level for nitrogen, making it a marginal soil for this nutrition management experiment to be conducted. The next slide, please. Yes, what are the implications? The implication of these studies for sustainable agriculture is one, it ensures that we have adequate land for cultivation and to mitigate against the temperature, the rainfall distribution, as well as the drought stress, ability to manage this, and also to reduce reliance on synthetic fertilizer by engaging organic alternatives, especially poultry manure that was utilized in this research. And equally, taking cognizance of this region, there is need for us to ensure that we have recommendation on adopting organic source of fertilizer for marginal soils that is evidential in this region. Next slide, please. There is need for a long-term effect of advocating for climate smart agriculture, climate smart farming. And this recommendation and conclusion enhances us to be able to pick that out of all the hybrid maize cultivated, early maturing was able to outperform all other varieties and thereby enhancing crop protection strategies and equally having optimum yield. And equally, the significance of this is that we will be able to have enough ability to ensure that there is interaction between these factors of the season as well as the poultry manure, knowing the timing to cultivate crops in this part of the world. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the organizers of this conference, Afe Babalola University, for sponsoring attending this conference as well. For further inquiry question, you can contact any of the email. And thank you for listening to my presentation.